My dear students, today in my fourth class on the topic the solid state, I'll discuss about the point topic crystal defect. Okay, crystal defect means imperfections in solid. What is happening? Though we are already known that what is happening? Crystalline solids has a long range order of arrangement, yet there is some irregularities, defects. Okay, actually what happens? No crystals are found absolutely perfect. Okay, so today we will discuss how and why and they appears. Okay, let me start. I am drawing a part of crystalline solid. Okay, following a definite rule, I am drawing the crystalline part. Still now it is ordered. In the formation of crystalline solid, if some particles appear in interstitial side, then it is not ordered. There occurs irregularities. Okay, so this is defect. It may happen, the lattice side may remain vacant. Okay, the particle from lattice side may go to the interstitial side. Again, the particles may go out from the crystalline solid. So, all of these are called crystal defects. See, I can define crystal defects in some words. What is this? What is happening? The missing or disordered arrangement of atoms or ions in crystalline solid is called crystal defect or solid defects. Okay. So when we go to discuss defects, okay, broadly we can classify defects into two types. These are point defects and line defects. Okay, what is point defect? Point defects are the irregularities around a point or an atom in the crystalline solid. Okay, but line defect is what? The line defects are the irregularities in the entire rows of the crystal. Say, according to your syllabus, we have to discuss point defect. Say, crystal defects are broadly classified into two types, point defects and line defects. We will study about point defects. Okay. Point defects are now classified into three subdivisions. These are stoichiometric defects, impurity defects, non-stoichiometric defects. Okay. After that, stoichiometric defects are also classified into four types. There are two types for ionic and two types for non-ionic solid. Stoichiometric defects appears in two types for non-ionic solid, and these are interstitial defect and vacancy defect. Okay. In case of ionic solids, stoichiometric defects appears as Frankel defect and Sutke defect. Okay, ionic solid. Next, first division, stoichiometric defects are subdivided into four types: two for ionic, two for non-ionic solids. Okay. Next, impurity defects. Okay. First is stoichiometric defect, next is impurity defect, and last one is non-stoichiometric defects. Again, non-stoichiometric defects are also classified into two types. What are these? Metal excess defect and metal deficiency defect. So we will discuss thoroughly in details all about the defects. Okay. Say, first of all, when we are studying defects of crystalline solid, okay, since now I am going to discuss about the different types of defects found in crystalline solids. Okay, we have to give attention in our study where and why. Okay, the defects occurs and how they affect alter the properties of solid, such as density, electrical conductivity, color. Okay, so to know about these properties, how they are affecting because of irregularities of arrangement of points, particles, defects, we will now try to study. Okay. So first of all, I am going to discuss stoichiometric defect. Okay. Stoichiometric defect is what? The point defect which does not alter. The point defects which do not alter do not change the stoichiometry of the crystalline solid. Okay, after appearing it. Okay, though there is defect, the formula will remain same. Then those defects are called what? Stoichiometric defects. Suppose in a crystalline solid there are A and B atoms. How many? A was 4, B was 8. Okay, result is what? 1:2. Okay, it is imaginary. It is imaginary crystal structure, ideal crystal structure. If we get in reality, what is happening? Let some particles A and B are disappearing. Okay, missing. So after missing, let number of particles of A is 2, number of particles of B is 4. Then what will get? We will get 1:2 again. So here is the formula AB. Okay, again according to ideal structure, our imaginary structure is the structure. So in reality, what is happening? The formula also remains as AB. So because of this defect, the formula of the crystalline solid is not changing, not altering. Okay, so such defects which do not change the stoichiometry of the crystalline solid is called stoichiometric defects. Okay, so stoichiometric defects are again classified into what? Interstitial defect and vacancy defect. Again, this is for non-ionic solid. Again, for ionic solid, these stoichiometric defects are classified as Frankel and Sutke defect. Okay, so now I will discuss what is first point, what is vacancy defect. Okay, vacancy, what does it mean? Suppose I am drawing a crystal structure. Okay, okay, see what I am doing. This space is kept vacant. That is, the particle of this side is not present. Vacant space is there. Okay, this is called vacancy defect. It is vacancy. There must be particle. There should be particle, but in the formation of crystalline solid, that particle was not able to occupy that position, that lattice side. Okay, see, vacancy defect can be defined, but when some vacant space are there in the crystalline structure, then it is called vacancy defect. Okay. Actually, what is happening in sometimes when we heat a substance, then also vacancy defect develop in crystalline solid. Okay. Because of vacancy defect, what will happen? See, when all the particles are present, there will be mass, volume. Now, okay, there is the density. Density is what? M by V. Because of vacancy defect, what is happening? Mass, one particle is missing. Okay, mass of the solid decreases. Since density is equal to M by V, density is equal to M by V. Since mass decreases because of this vacancy, we can tell that because of vacancy defect, crystal density of crystalline solid decreases. Okay, no problem. It's simple. What is happening? D is equal to M by V always. We know that density. Since mass decreases because of missing of such particles, some particles, because of presence of vacant space, so density of the crystalline solid will be lower than the ideal or imaginary crystal structure. No problem? Yeah. See. Next, I am going to discuss about, okay, vacancy defect discussed. Next, interstitial defect. Okay. Here, I am going to show the interstitial defect. Okay. Still now, this crystal is ideal. All points are according to rule. There is a definite order. See. In some cases, we get some particles are present in interstitial site. Okay, I am saying two particles at the interstitial sites. Okay, what is happening? This is called interstitial defect. Okay, so because of interstitial defect, tell me what will happen about density? See, these two particles are extra. That is mass increases. So, because of interstitial defect, we can conclude that density of the crystalline solid will increase. Okay. Say, crystalline solid, I can give you the definition. You can also. Yes. See, what is happening? Lattice points are occupied with definite order. Particles are present in lattice site. Besides the lattice sites, what is happening? Besides the lattice sites, crystalline solids. Besides the lattice sites, what is happening? Some particles are present in interstitial sites. Then that defect is called interstitial defect. Okay. See, I have discussed already. Two stoichiometric point defects for non-ionic solids. Those are interstitial and vacancy defect. Okay. Now I will discuss for ionic solid stoichiometric defects for ionic solids. They are named as Frenkel and Sutke defect. Okay. See. Again, I will show you Frenkel defect. What happens? I am showing you Frenkel defect. Okay. Suppose one particle from, okay, this is my ideal structure, ideal crystal structure, my imaginary crystal structure. See what is happening in reality? Some particles, okay, from their lattice sites, this spaces, okay, dislocated to other interstitial site. Okay, then that defect is called Frenkel defect. See, to dislocate this particle from this to this interstitial site, this must be large. Okay, this site, that is interstitial sites, should be large. Number 1 point. Next, this particle which is dislocated, that particle must be very small. So, see, so it happens in case of ionic solid. Okay. Okay, there was particle. Okay, just roughly. What is happening? In this crystalline solid, I am showing that this particle which is cation is displaced from the lattice site to the interstitial site. Okay, when dislocating the cation, generally what happens in ionic solid, cation has smaller size than the anion, so it is easier to dislocate a cation since it is small, because it can occupy the interstitial site. Since it is small, we know that the interstitial site of some spheres is very small. Okay, when these spheres produce interstitial site, that is very small. So to occupy that space, that site, the size of cation must be small. Again, if the bolts are 3 bolts, when we are arranging, when the bolts are large, then the interstitial site would be large. So, point is that to become this interstitial site to be large, the anion must be, that is, larger atom must be very large, and the smaller ion, larger ion must be very large, and the smaller ion must be very small. That is, there must be a very large difference. There must be a very large size difference between the ions. Okay. When Frankel defect occurs, where Frankel defect occurs, there in those ionic compounds Frankel defect occurs where there is a large size difference between cations and anions. So it happens, for example, we know that what was this Zn Br, okay, ZnS, AgCl, okay, AgBr, AgI, all these mentioned crystals contain Frankel defect. Okay, why? Because of very small size of Zn2 positive ion and Ag positive ion. Because of very small size, what is happening? ZnS, AgCl, AgBr, such crystals occupy such crystals. What happens? We get Frankel defect. Say, so the condition, what is the condition? To get Frankel defect, the condition is what? There must be size difference between the cation and anion. Okay. In this context, I can mention that alkali metal halide do not contain Frankel defect because alkali metal cations are very large in size. Because of that, we can get Frankel defect in alkali metal halides. Okay. See. So Frankel defect, we can define Frankel defect what? So when some small ions, usually the cations, dislocated from their own position, lattice side, to the interstitial side, then it is called Frankel defect. What happens in Frankel defect? Tell me, density. Okay, is there any effect in density because of Frankel defect? Whether mass changes or not? No, mass remains constant. Since mass remains constant, because of Frankel defect, density will remain constant. That is, Frankel defect has no effect on density of crystalline solid. Clear? Okay. What I am speaking, what I am telling you, first of all, how it appears, Frankel defect, that some smaller ions moves to the interstitial side. Why? When? Okay. When interstitial side is large and cations, that is small ions are very small, big ions are very big, then Frankel defect occurs. Okay. I have given already some examples. ZnS, AgI, AgCl, AgBr. Okay. Those contain Frankel defect. Frankel defect appears in these crystals because of very small size of Zn2 positive and Ag positive ions. Okay. Actually what is happening after discussion of Frankel defect, you can tell your own about Sutki defect. What is the condition? When the smaller ion, cation, is large, that is, there is no size difference between cation and anion, then can the cation occupy the interstitial site? No. Okay. Can the cation occupy the interstitial site? No. So, see what will happen. I am going to discuss with you about what? Sutki defect. Okay. In Sutki defect, what is happening? Since sizes are similar, cations or anions, both of them cannot occupy interstitial site, so Frankel defect is blocked. There will be no Frankel defect. I have mentioned alkali metal halides. Since there is no Frankel defect, there may appear Schottky defects. Okay. See, in Schottky defects, some ions are missing. Schottky defects appears by missing of some ions. Okay. See, what ions are missing? One cation is removed, one anion is removed. I am following a definite rule. You know, though ionic solids contain ions, yet it is neutral. What is the reason? Because of equal positive and negative charge contained by the cations and anions. So in this crystal, if one cation and one anion are missing, or two cations, two anions, that is equal number of cations or anions are missing, then no problem, there will be electrical neutrality. What happens in ionic solid? For electrical neutrality, missing occurs how? How the missing occurs? Same numbers of cations and anions are missing. So Schottky defects occurs in ionic solids by missing of ions. How many? Same number of cations and anions. Okay. So it is Schottky defects. I am missing one cation from this side, one anion from this side. So stoichiometry remains. So electrical neutrality remains. Okay. It remains electrically neutral. Okay. Now come to the point. What would be the effect of Schottky defect in density of crystalline solid? Okay. See, I am missing some cations and anions. So mass of the crystalline solid of the same volume will decrease because of presence of Schottky defect. Since mass decreases, density will decrease. So tell me the stoichiometric point defect of ionic solid, which decreases the density of the crystalline ionic solid, is the Schottky defect. Frankel defect does not alter the density of the crystalline solid. Okay. Condition is what? To observe, to appear Schottky defect. What is the condition? The size of cations and anions must be similar. Otherwise, if there is a large size difference between the cations and anions, then Frankel defect will occur. Okay. See. After discussion of Frankel defect and Schottky defect, I have to mention one point. You must remember, AZBR is the crystal where both Frankel and Schottky defect can appear. AZBR contains both Frankel and Schottky defect. Okay, that point is important. Next, I have discussed stoichiometric defects, all the four types of stoichiometric defects. Okay, next I am going to discuss about impurity defect. What is impurity defect? See, 1 minute. See. Impurity defect. Okay, see. Let us consider one crystal. Suppose it is NaCl. Okay. I am considering NaCl crystal. Okay. See. When I start molten NaCl for crystallization, I take molten NaCl for crystallization in presence of some impurity. Suppose SrCl2, that is Sr2 positive. Okay. This is molten. First I am taking molten NaCl for crystallization to get solid crystalline NaCl. Okay. In this case, what is happening? some impurities are present in the vessel. SR2 positive ions or SrCl2. Okay, see, SrCl2, Cl is common, no problem. Whether it comes from NaCl, molten NaCl or SrCl2, no problem. Effect will be same. Okay, see, but if this cation displaces one of the cation of the NaCl, then what will happen? Displacing one positive charge of Na positive. Here is Na positive, but here appearing two positive charge, Sr2 positive. So there will electrical neutrality will not be there. So for electrical neutrality, automatic one other Na positive ion must disappear. Okay, so this place will remain vacant. This is called impurity defect. Okay, so impurity defect is what? When chlorine particles replace some of the constituent particles, okay, or occupy interstitial positions, then the defect is called impurity defect. Okay, SR2 positive is occupying what? This side of Na positive, this lattice point of Na positive. Because of electrical neutrality, to maintain electrical neutrality, when one SR2 positive include, okay, then two Na positive must remove. Okay, this is called impurity defect. Okay, next, impurity defect. Okay, there is no problem. I think it is clear. Let's see here. Next, after discussion of impurity defect, I can discuss non-stoichiometric defects. There are how many types of there? Metal excess defect and metal deficiency defect. Okay, metal excess defect and metal deficiency defect. Okay, see. Metal excess defect. Metal is more than the ratio, stoichiometric ratio. How it occurs? Metal excess defect can occur through the occupancy of metal cation in the interstitial site, either through this or what? Some anions may removed, some anions may displaced from the crystal structure. Okay, when anions is removed, displaces, dislocated, then what happens? Cation will be moved. Okay, so metal excess defect can occur in two ways. What are those? Either through anionic vacancy, or through what? Either through anionic vacancy or through occupancy of metal cation at the interstitial site. Okay, see. Okay, metal excess defect. First, I am going to discuss occurring of metal excess defect because of what? Due to anionic vacancy. Okay. Actually, what happens? This occurs. That is metal excess defect due to anionic vacancy occurs in alkali metal halides like NaCl, KCl. Okay. See. I am taking one example. I am considering NaCl crystal. Okay, I am considering NaCl crystal. Then, see. If this crystal is heated, in the presence of vapor of sodium. Okay, what will happen? To bind with this Na, some Cl negative ions will move to the surface. Okay, when Na deposited the surface, then Cl negative will come to the surface, and what will be the result? This Cl negative will combine with Na, deposited Na, to produce NaCl and one electron will be released. Since it is ionic crystal, now point is what? It will automatically maintain electrical neutrality. So, since this side becomes vacant, now this electron will come here. So, what is happening? Now, after this defect, we are getting, okay, the solid is electrically neutral still now. How it is becoming electrically neutral? So, the released electron comes to the penetrate into the crystal structure and occupy the anionic vacant site. Okay, see this vacant site, this anionic vacant site, which is occupied by unpaired electron, is called what? F center. We have to discuss F center. It is very important. It will appear in the exam. See, because of non-stoichiometric. Oh, see, what is non-stoichiometric defect? The defect because of which stoichiometry of the crystalline solid, that is formula of the crystalline solid, changes. How changes? See that already it was this. After releasing this, will the stoichiometry dimension? No. See. So I am going to discuss non-stoichiometric point defects. Okay. There are two subdivisions: metal excess defect and metal deficiency defect. In metal excess defect, we are getting F center. How it appears? Because of loss of the anion and the released electron comes to the vacant anionic site, which is called F center. I'll discuss later on. Just below. See, like NaCl, KCl in presence of excess K. Okay, like what sodium vapor, NaCl in presence of sodium vapor, KCl in presence of K, excess K. Okay, LiCl in presence of excess Li. What happens? All of those shows metal excess defect. Okay. So now simultaneously I am going to discuss F center. What is F center? F center is the anionic site occupied by unpaired electron. When because of metal excess defect, okay, in ionic solid, because of metal excess defect through how it was produced through what is happening? I am repeating. See what is F center? Okay, the anionic sites occupied by unpaired electrons as a result of metal excess defect due to anionic vacancies are called F centers. F centers has many effects in crystalline solid. See, the F center comes from Greek word Argenta, which means color center. So because of presence of F center, a crystalline solid, a colorless crystalline solid may appear colored. Okay. Because of formation of F center in NaCl, it becomes yellow. Okay. See, what are the results? What are the effects of formation of F center on crystalline solid? That is, I can mention as consequences of F center. Number one, it is maintaining the electrical neutrality of the crystalline solid. Okay. Number two, what is happening? They impart, they impart color to the crystal. Why? How? Unpaired electron. Okay, see. Actually, what happens? The color occurs when? The colors occurs because of excitation of the unpaired electron of F center. When it absorbs, the electron absorbs energy from the visible light falling on the crystals. Okay, I have already mentioned color of NaCl, color of colorless NaCl. Because of formation of F center, it becomes NaCl becomes yellow in color. Similarly, in case of LiCl, which was also colorless, which is also colorless, becomes pink in excess of Li. In excess of K, colorless KCl becomes violet because of formation of F center. Okay. Next point is that number one consequence, electrical neutrality. Number two consequence, what is happening? Color formation of it imparts color to the crystal. Okay, number three, since there appears unpaired electron, you know unpaired electron means what? It is paramagnetic. So because of formation of F center, that is because of metal excess defect due to anionic frequencies, what happens? The crystalline solid may be paramagnetic, become paramagnetic. I have mentioned three consequences. Okay. Now, after that, we have to discuss metal excess defect. Metal excess defect occurs in two ways. One way is discussed. Next way is what? Metal excess defect sometimes occurs because of occupancy of cation at the interstitial site. Some cations can occupy interstitial site. How? See here. I am taking one example. You know, ZNO is colorless crystal. Okay, ZNO, zinc oxide. So when it is heating, it becomes, when ZNO is heated strongly, it becomes colored. Why? What is the cause? Okay, see. ZNO, when heated, releases oxygen. Okay, how? It releases oxygen. Okay. When ZNO is heated, some ZNO particle loses oxygen. Okay, see. In this crystal, what is happening? Suppose I am drawing the ZNO crystal. Okay. I am drawing ZNO crystal. See. Okay, ZNO crystal. See. On heating, it what happens? It releases oxygen. Okay, suppose this oxygen is removed. Okay. This appears as vacancy. See, after that, what happens? Some Z2 particles may appear this position. Okay. If this occurs, what is happening? Some Z2 particle may appear this position. What is happening? Okay, no problem. So, by occupancy of interstitial side, okay, from this side, okay, what is happening? After releasing O2 negative, half of O2 negative, it appears interstitial side, but this electron, what happens? Comes to the vacant side. This electron comes to the vacant side. Okay, so this electron comes to different vacant sites. Okay, maintain electrical neutrality. In this way, what we have found? We are finding that O2 is released, this Z2 will release this. Okay, there is also metal excess. There is also present excess metal. So metal excess defect can occur in crystalline solid in two ways. Number one, because of anionic vacancy and because of occupancy of cations in the interstitial set. Okay. Last is what? Metal deficiency defect. I am going to discuss metal deficiency defect. Okay. It is nothing but name implies what? There will be less amount of metal cation than in comparison to the anion. That is in comparison to the exact stoichiometric formula. What we have decided. Okay. So there will be some amount of less amount of metal than the ideal or imaginary crystal structure. When it occurs, see, when it occurs, metal deficiency defect when occurs, it occurs generally when the metal cation shows variable valency. Suppose I can tell you Fe. Fe is stable in +2 as well as +3. Fe shows two oxidation states, general oxidation states are ferrous and ferric. Fe2 positive ions and Fe3 positive ions. Because of this, FeO is found as not as FeO but found as FeO 0.93 to 0.96. Actually, what happens? It should be 1. It should be 1. But what happens? We get deficit amount of metal deficiency. Okay, less amount of metal is found here. It should be 1, but it is 0.90 to 0.96. When it occurs, why it occurs? Because Fe can show variable valency. Okay, see how it appears. I am just showing. I am drawing the crystal of, okay, I am drawing the crystal of FeO. Okay. See, I am drawing a part of FeO crystal. What happens? What happens if this cation is missing? Okay, this may miss, this may go outside. Okay, this may remove because the other ions have capacity to maintain the electrical neutrality. Two charges are what? Decreasing. Two charges are decreasing because of loss of one Fe2 positive ion. One Fe2 positive ion. So it will maintain automatically these two positive charges by converting into P positive. Look, what is happening? What is happening? I am showing this changes to Fe2 positive by to maintain the electrical neutrality because I am telling you one Fe2 positive ion is missing. So it becomes again stable, maintains electrical neutrality. Why it is possible? Because Fe can exist as +2 as well as +3. That is Fe shows variable valency. So to appear such defect, the metal ion should have capacity to show variable valency. Okay. So I have discussed with you the defects found in crystal structure, about the point defects which appears in crystalline solid. Okay. So I have completed the topic today and I'll bye. So bye. See you again.